Melania saved huge surprise for Trump on final day of first overseas trip. Look what the camera caught. This is the true definition of class. Our First Lady Melania Trump made a huge splash during her last night in Italy. She was wearing an outfit fit for a goddess. She wore a shimmering high-neck silver dress and matching shoes by Dolce Gabanna to attend the concert by the Scala Philharmonic Orchestra at the ancient Greek Theatre of Taormina, which she attended with her husband, President Donald Trump, on Friday night. Although Dolce & Gabbana is being boycotted by the left. Because we all know that's the only way the left can win. By boycotting and bully tactics, Dolce & Gabbana have stood their ground and are honored to dress our First Lady. What a contrast to what he had for the past 8 years with Michelle Obama. No designer was boycotted nor bullied out of dressing her. Although she wasn't proud of her country until her husband Barack Hussein Obama was nominated, every designer was dying to dress her. These were only designers though, not miracle workers. Doesn't matter how good the dress is, if there is no class in the person wearing it, it just doesn't work. No one abroad respected us during the Obama years. We were the laughing stock of the world. Because of our policies brought on by Barack Obama and because of the classless First Lady. The New York Times reports. These days, every time I sit down to write about the clothes worn by a political figure, I have to take a deep breath. I wrote this week about the image engineering of the First Lady, Melania Trump, as she accompanied her husband on his first trip abroad, and I know pretty soon the hate tweets are going to start flooding in. You idiot, why are you writing about what they wear? How dare you normalize them? Oh, right, clothes are so much more important than the budget, you airhead. And so on. The reactions have become more polarized, and angrier, over the last few months, as most things have. But I have been looking at the sartorial tactics of people in the public eye for over a decade, and the mad chorus, the complaint that it is somehow a waste of time or unseemly to devote thinking to what a serious public figure wears, is much the same. I get a lot of stick to skirts, honey. But what has always interested me most about clothes is not their pure form, as it exists in a vacuum or in the echo chamber of the fashion world. Glossy magazines do a great job of covering that. Rather, I want to interrogate their life on the body, and in the world. Every garment, a tie, a dress, a pair of socks or shoes, is a communication device of varying power and clarity, and we choose how to use those tools to sway those looking at us. After all, since long before Queen Elizabeth I whitened her face and exaggerated her ruff to transform herself into a living myth, leaders have been using clothes to influence opinion. For all of us, what we choose to wear in the morning telegraphs a message about who we are, and for those in the public eye, this effect is simply multiplied 100-fold. Is it sillier to acknowledge the strategy behind appearance, or to pretend such influences don't exist? It may be embarrassing to recognize that what someone wears can affect your judgment, but it does. Leather leggings and sneakers can make a member of the establishment seem excessively cool, or red tie tops into memories of morning in America, rolled-up shirt sleeves indicate hard work. At the very least, wardrobe choices can subconsciously make you relate to public figures in a more personal way, which could then tempt you to give them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to motivations and policy making, or they may alienate you entirely. Barack and Michelle Obama were masters of the sartorial statement, and a wave of politicians who have come since, including Justin Trudeau and Emmanuel Macron and their wives, have learned from the Obama's example, strategically abandoning their ties on occasion, daring to wear Star Wars socks, promoting homegrown designers. Donald Trump, with his hair and his tan and his devotion to the overlong tie and boxy suit, uses his style to weave a different story. But, in the current White House, it is Melania whose clothes may be the most telling. Not because she is a woman, but because since the election she has rarely spoken, retreating to her penthouse in New York and emerging last week on the global stage in a series of strict, battle-ready outfits. It's not that what she wears matters more than world peace or freedom of the press or trade policy or any piece of legislation, of course not. And the Times covers those issues with dedication. But one kind of analysis does not obviate the other, and can, in fact, elucidate it. We scour her wardrobe for clues as to who she is as a person and how she sees her role, where her values lie and how she will represent the country on the world stage. Where her husband's, perhaps unstated, priorities lie. The vehicles may be superficial, but they are also broadly accessible, and that makes them powerful. And power is a subject I don't think any of us would dismiss. According to the left-wing rag, the New York Times, Melania Trump wears battle-ready outfits. Really? And why is that? What makes our First Lady want to wear battle-ready outfits? Could it be that rags such as yours have done nothing but put her down since the election of our president? You have criticized everything about her, to the point of even saying she isn't a good mother. While of course you rags did nothing but fan at the ghetto trash that was Michelle Obama, with her dictating what our children can and can't eat at school while she would have chefs fly in from Chicago to make her a damn pizza.